Anyway, let's lose some weight.
Dave Monk. BBC. BBC Essex.
Well, come on, it's that time of year, isn't it, when everybody says, yeah, Christmas is over, I'm going to lose some. I'm not. Personally, I'm not. This year, forget it. But how about losing 11 stone in 14 months? 11 stone. Well, that is what happened to Matthew Riggs from Basildon, who joins me now on BBC Essex, a shadow of his former self. Matthew, this is incredible. Congratulations to start with.
Thank you, Dave. Good morning. How's everyone doing? Good afternoon, shall I say?
Yeah, well, you clearly are doing wonderfully well. How do you actually feel after this weight loss?
Well, to be honest with you, I feel amazing now, and I didn't realise how bad I did feel before I lost the weight. So, just goes to show, I thought I was okay. I thought, I didn't really want to lose weight at the start when I did it. I just thought, I feel fine. But now I've lost the weight, I feel amazing, absolutely amazing.
Well, take us back right to the start of this. How heavy, if you don't mind me asking, how heavy were you before all this?
Okay, so my starting weight when I started this journey, I was 24 stone 9 pounds, and I got down to 13 stone 8 in the 14 months. So basically, it was from March 2019 all the way through to May 2020, and I've maintained now for 7 months through the lockdown, through everything else. I've maintained my weight whilst training every day still. So.
Wow. The losing the weight's amazing enough, but the fact that you've actually maintained that 13 stone 8 or thereabouts throughout the lockdown and Christmas is amazing. What made you decide you wanted to do something like this?
Well, basically, I was at my son's football match. He was at 7 at the time, and it was like one of these five-a-side tournaments. And we were going from pitch to pitch, and they weren't far apart, and one of my friends was there, and he said to me, Matt, you really sound out of breath. He said, you really sound like you're struggling. He's like, why don't you come down the gym with me and we'll sort this out? And I was like, no, I'm fine. Anyway, by the end of that, I decided I was going to go on that Tuesday, and I basically put it off going. I was thinking of every excuse under the sun. Like, how am I going to get out of going to this gym? Yeah. Anyway, my son was actually learning at school about the body and stuff, and he came home to me on it was the day beforehand, on the Monday, and it was coincidence. He just come up to me. He said to me, Dad, are you going to die? He looked at me like straight in the eye and said, are you going to die? And I said to him, Harrison, why am I going to die? And he said, well, you're fat, you're overweight. And I just fell apart, really. And I thought, right, it's time to sort this out now. So I went along to the gym, and I was actually really nervous, really scared about going to the gym. I mean, it was Ripped Gym in Basildon, and it's quite a muscle gym. So to walk in there as a fat guy, as I was pretty nervous. So that's how it all started.
Wow, this is just gets better and better. I mean, what was the biggest change to get your head round? Was it the food? Was it the exercise? Because I'm assuming you ate a lot less, or you've been eating a lot less.
Yeah, well, that's it. So basically, I went on quite a big calorie deficit. It's quite a healthy calorie deficit, but it was a big calorie deficit. So obviously, what I looked at was the average guy should be eating 2,500 calories. So I stripped 1,000 off that, went to 1,500 calories. And basically, I know it don't sound a lot of calories, Dave, but trust me, when you work out the right foods that you're eating, you can actually get a lot of food for 1,500 calories. You'd be surprised what you can eat for 1,500 calories. I wasn't hungry at all, drinking plenty of water, fitting in the right foods, a lot of high protein foods, with a lot of water and stuff like that, and I still managed to fit in a cup of tea and a chocolate bar in the evenings as a snack. So there you go, people.
Wow, so that can still be done. Have you any idea of the sort of calorie numbers you were eating before you did this?
Well, yeah, I'll be totally honest with you. This is going to much of a shock. I was eating about 7,000 calories, and I'll tell you why, Dave. Because basically, well, I work in IT, so it can be a little bit stressful. And basically, I like to drink, and I weren't one to be drinking beer. I used to drink rum, so spirits. And I would come home in the evening and have a few rums, and before you know it, you've done half a bottle of rum. And I used to eat. I would basically takeaway after takeaway. So I'd go in the morning to work, through the drive-through, get something for breakfast, get to work, out again for takeaway again, for dinner, for lunch, come home, my wife would have cooked me dinner. I'd eat the dinner, start drinking, and then obviously start getting hungry, get a kebab in. And I'd do that every day, and I didn't think nothing of it. And now when I look back at it, and I realised what I was doing, I was thinking I must be crazy. So it's just, it's about 7,000 calories, Dave.
Wow, could I ask you to stay there, because I'll do the travel news and then come back to you, because there's still so much to say, Matt. There really is. I'm talking to Matthew Riggs from Basildon. He has lost 11 stone over 14 months, and a lot of people have been really shocked, haven't they, by the coronavirus thing and the fact that you're more prone to it if you're overweight. And a lot of people are now thinking, do you know, I've got to do something about this. We'll go back to Matt in a second. Okay, loved his food because he was, what was it, 24 stone?
Yeah, 24 stone 9, Dave.
24 stone 9. I mean, that is amazing. And 7,000 calories a day. Now, the food thing, exercise, we all know that exercise is really important because endorphins, it keeps your brain going, and it's really good for your brain. But losing weight through pure exercise, you can't really do that. It's all about the food, isn't it?
It's definitely a split. I mean, the food's very important, what you're eating, but I mean, obviously the exercise is important as well. And for me, because I was a big guy, obviously you can expect you got a lot of skin and stuff, but you want to try and tone up. So it's okay eating the right foods, but you also then mentally, physically, when you see yourself, you don't want to be sitting there really, with lots of skin. I mean, that's just as bad, can be just as bad mentally as well. So the fact that I sort of comboed the two with the eating and the gym, basically you can sort of get best of both worlds. So I mean, I have a little bit of skin, but nothing major. So I mean, I'm quite lucky in that respect.
Because I would have thought, because it's a relatively short time, isn't it, 14 months to lose that amount of weight. I'd have thought you'd have it all flapping round you, but you haven't. No,
I don't. No, that's the thing. I don't. I mean, where I've been training in the gym, it's been a very muscle, free weights sort of exercises rather than cardio. I mean, I do cardio, but it's been more free weights, that sort of thing. So where I've been lifting the weight, it's amazing. It's actually amazing, Dave. How you can progress.
How did you keep the motivation going? And I'll tell you why, Matt, because I lost, and I keep poor BBC Essex listeners, they know all about this. I lost about 2.5, 3 stone a couple of years ago now, because I was overweight, and I thought I've got to do something about this. But yesterday I sat down and I ate half a box of biscuits, because I just felt like eating half a box of biscuits, and I thought, how do you stop yourself from doing that?
Okay, so I think it's basically like I said to you about my son. I mean, I keep hearing that replay over my head every time I feel a little bit, I hear that replaying over my head and my son saying to me, "Daddy, you're going to die," that sort of thing. I mean, I think about my kids and my wife and that sort of thing. Yeah. So that's a great motivation. But also the thing I did to motivate me was I never did social media at all. I never used to do social media at all. So what I did was I started an Instagram account at Mr. Riggs1. And basically what I do is I post all my videos on there, and my followers follow me, and I do live videos on there as well. So I motivate myself, but I motivate other people at the same time. So it's sort of it's great. I get to see the people commenting and sending me nice messages, and that gets me motivated, telling me I'm motivating them, but they're actually motivating me to keep going, if you see what I mean. You're
the new Joe Wicks then.
Hopefully.
Wow. So that's amazing. So you've never done social media before, but you got encouragement from that. And in a way, you sort of can't let those people down, can you?
No, that's it. So I'm on there every night. I mean, I did a live yesterday. I post nearly every day. I mean, as I say, I do work out every day. It's actually 650 days straight, no break, no stopping. Whether that's an hour a day or sometimes 2 hours every day I've trained. And one of the other things I was going to say that I did do a bit of cardio during lockdown. The first lockdown, and I've carried it on. Is I dug out my old roller skates from when I was a kid. I used to skate on the old quad Bowers roller skates. I've dug those out and I've started skating sort of 6 to 12 miles on a Sunday and sort of a few miles in the week, up and down Basildon, up past the Festival Leisure Park, and just out skating. It's great cardio. It gets your heart rate up. I don't like running, so skating's the best thing for me.
Yeah, running's bad for your knees anyway, isn't it? It's not good on your knees. Yeah. So, do you think you'll keep this going now? And when do you stop? When is enough enough?
Well, I'm not looking to lose. I'm not losing any more weight. What I'm doing, I'm just basically toning. So I'm just weight training to sort of just basically keep the nice shape, maintain a healthy lifestyle. It's paying off with the kids. The kids see it. The kids want to eat healthier. The kids want to do healthy things. You know, the kids want to be healthy too. So it's all good. So whilst I'm being a good impact on the wife and the kids, it's keeping me healthy. So
yeah. Matt, what is going to be food for today? Take me through a typical day's food, because I don't know about you. I was eating lots of pizzas and burgers and you know, and they're a killer, aren't they?
Yeah, that's it. So today, so far, I've had today. Got up this morning. I had a cup of I have apple cider vinegar and water before I eat or drink anything else in the day. So the first thing I do is a bit of water, 2 spoons of apple cider vinegar. It's meant to help, and I've done it all the way through, so I'm not going to stop now. Do that, and then I have a bowl of I have 60 grams of oats with water, but then I put a scoop of chocolate protein powder in there to give me the flavour.
Right.
I get chocolate oats, and to be honest with you, they're really nice. A couple of squares of dark chocolate in there as well. Mix that all up. That's lovely. That's my breakfast done, and that does keep me really full up. And then basically about sort of 10 o'clock-ish, I have an apple, a bit of fruit or something.
Yeah. And
then about 12 normally, I have my lunch, and that normally will be something like turkey meatballs with some rice and some vegetables. And that works out, that definitely is a good lunch. And then basically I'll have a snack sort of middle of about, say, 4 o'clock-ish, and that'd be some sort of like, protein, like a shake or a sort of some like chicken or something like that. Like the snack chicken you can get.
Yeah.
Or, and then for dinner I'll have it could be like chicken with sweet potato or with rice or something along that variety. Always be protein and some sort of carbs. I don't cut carbs out. The only carbs I really cut out really is bread. Really, still eat rice and still eat potatoes.
Yeah.
And that sort of thing. And then in the evening, I still fit in. I like the old square bars, the chocolate square bars with a cup of tea in the evening. So
you don't go short, do you?
No. So plenty of food, and it's great. It's actually it's great.
It's been so good talking to you, Matt, and a real inspiration to us all, because this is a hard time of year at the moment, isn't it? When it's cold outside, and we're locked down and all that sort of thing. It's everything against us at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a tough time of year for sure. It's very challenging on everybody, and I think if everyone sticks together, stay positive and focused, I think we can get through this. It's just all about maintaining the mentality to want to do it. So yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And what's your social media account?
It's at Mr. Riggs1. So on Instagram at Mr. Riggs1. So if anyone wants any motivation, get on there. You'll see all my videos. You'll see me from the start when I first started my pictures and everything else. It's on Instagram at Mr. Riggs1. So,
Mr. Riggs, thank you very much indeed. It's been really good talking to you. Matt Riggs there from Basildon. 11 stone in 14 months. Wow. So how did you do it? If you're one of the people who managed to get some weight off, because I know a lot of people